Well, Jessica Leeds, as you'll hear her say, concedes that what she's alleged happened a long time ago. As you'll also hear her say, it left a mark. We spoke late today. So when was the first time you saw Donald Trump?
I was on an airplane coming back to New York, where my car was parked, and I was asked by the stewardess, would I like to come up and sit in first class?
Where were you flying from?
You know, 35 years ago, I believe it was Dallas. I believe it was Braniff Airlines. It was a 707, which is, of course, it's much smaller airplane than what's flying today. But I was asked, would I like to come up to first class? Well, Braniff had great food. Even in the coach section, they had great food. So, but I came up and I was seated in the first aisle seat in the first row.
Do you know why she picked you to come up?
I'm sorry?
Do you know why the flight attendant picked you to come up?
Well, I sort of made a judgment after the whole scene happened that the stewardess brought me up for entertainment value. That if I was entertaining Mr. Trump, then he was out of her hair. I'm making that assessment again. But he introduced himself. I think we shook hands.
Did you know who he was?
I did not know Donald Trump from a hole in the wall. I did not know New York. I did not know New York real estate. This was in 1979. So, no, I was unaware, but as I said, he introduced himself, Donald Trump. I sat down. They served a very nice dinner or meal, and after it was all cleared, why, then he became inappropriate.
I think you said in the New York Times article that he asked you if you were married.
Yes, he did. He did. And I wasn't at that time. I had 2 kids to take care of, but I was divorced.
And were you talking during the meal?
Yeah, we were chatting back and forth, and it was very innocuous. It was, you know, generalities. It was nothing. He wasn't flirting, and I don't think I was flirting. We were just talking.
And then the meal finished.
Then the meal finished, and the stewardess cleared away the dishes and everything else like that. And it was like suddenly he's like encroaching on my side of the seat, and his hands were everywhere.
Did he say anything?
No, and I didn't either.
You didn't say anything to him?
I didn't say anything.
You say his hands were everywhere. Can you be specific?
Well, he was grabbing my breasts and trying to turn me towards him and kissing me, and then after a bit, that's when his hands started going. I was wearing a skirt, and his hands started going towards my knee and up my skirt, and that's when I said, I don't need this, and I got up.
Is that literally what you said?
I don't know if I said it out loud or whether, but
that's what you were thinking.
I do remember thinking the guy in the other seat. Why doesn't he say something? I mean,
could other people see?
The guy in the seat across the aisle could see, and I kept thinking, well, maybe the stewardess is going to come and he'll stop, but she never came.
Do you know how long that went on for?
Not real long. No, I would say it was just about. 15 minutes? That's long enough.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Did he actually kiss you?
Yeah.
On the face, or on the lips?
Wherever he could find a landing spot, yes.
And, I mean, 15 minutes is a very long time.
Well, you know, it seemed like forever. So, but I got up, got my bag, and I went back to the coach section. And I went all the way back to the tail of the airplane, the last seat in the last aisle, and sat down. And when the plane landed, I made sure that I was the last person off the plane.
Because?
I didn't want to run into him.
Did, at any point, you say anything to the flight attendant? Or?
No, we didn't. Women didn't at that point. I don't even know if they do it now, but no. If I complained to my boss, he would have said, but that's the rigors of the road. You're a traveling sales rep.
That's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is.
And this was, you're saying 19...
I think it was 1979.
Do you remember the actual date or anything like that?
No.
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 Do you remember what time of year it was?
I want to say fall.
Did you ever tell people at that time? Anybody?
No.
Friends?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Didn't tell my boss, didn't tell my coworkers, didn't tell the other women in my... I mean, we had secretaries, but I was the only woman traveling salesperson. No, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell anybody.
And, you know, some people hearing that might say, well, why wouldn't you say something?
Again, remember the time and the place. I felt fortunate to have this job. I was being paid very well.
You were the only woman sales rep.
That's right. It was a man's job. And I got it because the company wanted a token woman. And I was delighted to be that.
When you went back to coach and were sitting there, I mean, was your thinking, oh, this is just boys will be boys? I mean, was your thinking of the time, or were you thinking this is assault?
Well, I was pretty shook up. Yeah, I remember being thankful that it was quiet and that was, you know, I could sort of get myself collected. But no, you know, I didn't, as I said, I didn't ask the stewardess or complain to the stewardess. I didn't complain to the airlines. I didn't tell my boss about it. I didn't tell my family about it. It just was, you know, that's some of the times that would happen on the road.
Did you ever see Donald Trump again in person?
Yeah, when I quit the paper company, I came to New York City and I got a job at the Humane Society on 59th Street. And yes, they had a fancy gala at Saks Fifth Avenue. And I got to go and represent the Humane Society because I had this fabulous dress, fabulous dress. And I got to hand out the tickets for the tables and everything else like that. It was a New York glittering night, and the women were dressed beautifully and everything. And up to the table comes Donald Trump. And I hand the ticket for his table, and he looks at me, and he says, "I remember you. You're the woman from the airplane." Now, he used another word.
What did he say?
It's obscene. It's obscene, and I don't want to go there. But he acknowledged me, and I. So
when he said you're the something from the airplane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he was using a derogatory term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As I recall it, I just said, "Here's your ticket. I hope you have a good evening." And I left pretty soon afterwards because I was thunderstruck. I was thunderstruck that he remembered me at all.
It's probably the last thing you expected to have happen.
Oh, God, yes.
Night.
Oh, yes. But at that time, I was aware that Donald Trump was very important in New York City because the Humane Society wanted all of the Trumps. They invited Robert Trump. They invited, you know, whoever Trump. They wanted to make sure that people came to this event.
So that would have been what, 19?
I think it was 81. Mm-hmm. So it was a couple of years after I'd first run into him. So it was like I was really impressed that he remembered me.
And at that point, you knew who Donald Trump was?
Yes, yes. So
after the plane, after what you said happened on the plane, when did you start to realize who Donald Trump was? Do you remember?
When I came to New York City.
When you moved to New York?
Yeah, 81. Yeah.
Because he was big obviously in the early 80s in New York.
Yeah. I lived for a year in Florida, and you know, he never came. His name never came up there. So
over the years, as you saw, you know, the front page of the New York Post, and
his marriages, his ups and downs. Yes.
What did you think?
Well, he's one of these people that seems to attract fame, and he what was it, Gail Collins, that commented that she was, during his breakup of his first marriage, she was called in from Florida to cover the Trump breakup. And it's like, it's just a divorce. Why are you having to put so many reporters on it? I mean, he attracts a lot of attention.